Hello, my name is Siandanella from Prive. Welcome to our first episode of Prive. Today I'm joined by some incredible Eastern Cape designers. Guys, can you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Sandisiwe Dani from Tanzania. My brand is Sandi Dani Designs.
I'm Lelethu Tyethe. My brand name is Lelethu Tyethe. I'm based in East London.
Thank you.
None other, Archibald Monyepao, using couture as my brand. I'm in between provinces.
In between provinces?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to tell us more about that, but we'll get into that.
Well, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are people that I know. We've known each other for a couple of years now because we've worked together since what?
2016.
2015, 2016?
2016.
Wow, it's been a while.
Wow.
It is.
It's been a while. But so today I would love to know about you guys as designers and why you guys chose the career that you're in. So please tell us what made you guys get into fashion? What drew you, and like what's keeping you in fashion as designers and choosing this as a career? I mean, I don't think it's a very easy career for somebody to choose, and it's not an obvious career that people just automatically go into.
Not as glamorous as people expect it to be. So, yeah.
Because there's the hard work side of it.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you guys get into designing?
I can go. I think as a kid, I think I've always been an artist. I used to love sketching. I remember I'd go to town and then I'll see maybe a nice dress.
Yes.
I get home and I would draw this dress. Like, Mama, definitely look.
Oh, wow.
And then growing up, kumakhulu kono dabs up in with my cousins. Oh, my cool love to watch With the Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh, yes.
And then when Rich sitting there sketching away, now I'm going to just sketch this beautiful dress. And then I would see this dress come to life. And I was like, wow, like this is an actual career. I'll come up, but I like to do this.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, now that's what I want to do. I want to sketch a dress and then make that dress come to life.
Wow.
That was my inspiration. Also Rich.
Because Bold was centered around a fashion design house, right?
Yes, okay. It was. Okay. So I grew up with my grandmother and my aunts watching that. So that's how I got into it. I was like, wow, I want to do that.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Not the other stuff in Singapore, but the fashion. I was like, I want to do that.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it started as me as a child watching Umakulwam and her sister doing patchwork. I don't know what it's called. Kilts.
I also didn't know that.
They used to do that. But combine different fabrics, swatches, and I used to like to feel the fabrics. And Dadam started buying me dolls at a very young age.
I love that.
Yeah, so
Clock it for your dad.
I know. I love
Clock
that.
it.
So that zoba, like sketching ban bonindo, like TV presenters. I would make a collection for Umandisa, for instance.
A collection,
collection.
Umandisa.
Wow.
Did miss the collection because I know better.
Well, yes.
And upasa from grade 12, I wanted to become a psychiatrist.
Oh.
But destiny actually not going there. Utata wandisa it was called Border Tech then.
Yes.
He enrolled me at Border Tech and Afunda. I dropped out. No, NSFAS kicked me out because
why?
Because pass. Not that I was stupid, just that asked me with brief about okay, you're gonna do this project, this creative assignment. Ndine lokho eziveza imizimba. Imagine and the safari now would come out with a loco red like then fail all of them, and I kept on failing and also then pine lights ukubone kuthiwa then farm Julia because ndafunda ehlokishini and they sit down every single day. So I'm mesmerized with these shops. They are again and they are Puma and they attend these classes, and it's first kicked me out. Then I got back in 2012 utata city buyele esikolweni ndayi 40 kwabuzwe 40 ubusenza ntoni before that nonsense fashion design kodwa babuyela
Why?
and ndaya ePotsdam kwabuzwe Potsdam busenza ntoni nake bensenza fashion designing kodwa sakufaka fashion. Okay, maybe sign it.
So you couldn't run away from it?
No, I couldn't. So ndangena kwathiwa since wena ufunde 5 years ungapasi uzawuqalisa ekuqaleni.
Wow.
Whoa.
I was like, it's fine, ndifuna ufunda ndafunda esikolweni ndafunda ndapasa, and then I met my good friend. Oh no, ndiphume esikolweni ndingazi next. The only thing I could do was to make a straight line.
Okay, wait. This is after now you had gone back to school and you graduated.
No, uphuma kwami esikolweni ndikhutshwa ngo-NS5.
Okay.
I could only sew a straight line. I didn't know anything.
And you were there for how many years?
For 3. So I think 4 years.
And you could still only cut a straight line.
So
that is so funny.
Then I went back to after 2007.
Like his life says it.
I know.
Excuse me, 2007, a group of my friends ndandifunda nabo uzandi no Zoe.
Yes.
Designers. Bandibiza because babe kwakusaqala i-tenders ngoku bene load of work, uniforms. So bandibiza and umama wandithengele umashini. Ndayo nomashini wami ndafunda phaya uthunga bandifundisa everything that I know. Ndisiya esikolweni ngo-2012 ndidibana no-Archu dibana nam sendikwazi uthunga sendine-clients.
Oh wow.
Then he polished me ndangulo mntu ndinguye ngoku.
Oh wow.
Archie.
Mr. Polisher.
What a promotion. But I think mine, it's different though. There are commonalities, right? So I would say I didn't choose the career chose me. Again, similar to what Lelethu said, raised by my gran, didn't go to what we called a crèche then, which is kindergarten now. Better term. She also used to make aprons and cushions and whatnot. So that whole love for fashion started when I was 6. So I've been wanting to do a designer from the year of 6 till now. That's how it all went, So it chose me, I didn't choose it.
It's so funny how, excuse me, all of you guys attribute you being designers from your childhood. From the people around you, or from watching TV and seeing things from back then, and then saying, actually, this could work. I could do this. Because I mean, back when we were kids, because I'm not gonna say our age because we're old. But but when we
speak for yourself, please.
When we were kids, we didn't know any fashion designers. I mean, the best we knew Umama sat next door to Ngayo. Kuthiwa kuthini kuDainisha. Or you want kuthiwa kuthini your Kobisi pants or alterations. That's what we know of people that make clothes, but not as an actual designer, like a proper designer that makes clothes from scratch and so on and so forth. So that's I find that very interesting, and I absolutely love that.
But I think, again, being a kid, you find yourself not being able to send messages across. Not as a lack of speech, but you find yourself being everywhere. So I think, for not to say the least, is that having a pair of scissors in my hand and a hand needle was a way of me communicating messages to people around, and also being in charge of a certain capacity of my life, because I felt like the only message I can send, the only language and craft that I can ever speak to the world, it's through what I make, and that's how I managed to reach out to people's hearts.
Oh wow.
It's beautiful.
I mean I don't see you guys doing anything else besides being designers.
I receive. We receive.
Like I honestly don't see. I don't see any of you saying, "Okay, I'm leaving this career. I'm gonna try find to go be like an office desk or something."
There have been times like
But I guess if you look at it, being a designer, it's more than making clothes.
Yes.
Because in the process of consulting with your client, you're yet again a psychologist.
Yeah.
Because they come with a lot of issues in which they become sort of a therapeutic debriefing process. So you end up stepping in and doing more than. And at that point in time, you build up a relationship. So it's no longer a client-designer relationship. It's like a brotherly, sisterly relationship. So there's more to it. Sometimes you sort of consult people with regards to their body shapes and whatnot. It's an issue. Sometimes you help them with their personalities. So being a designer for me, I don't think I would trade it for any career, hey?
That's nice.
Yeah. Personally,
that's very nice. So
I've tried, but I could make it.
It keeps calling me back. It keeps calling me back. I absolutely love that because I'm a huge advocate of people doing what they love. But how long have you guys been working as professional designers? Like now, after school, and you say, "Okay, I'm throwing everything in this basket. This is what I'm doing. I'm fully working now."
I think Nandiqale 2008 when I left business Zandi Nozoe, started doing my own thing with 2008. Then going back to school in 2012. Then even at school I had clients, and
even while you were at school.
Yes. Then as a student, this is my
no my shishi.
Yeah, so I grew from that. Input ka Archie that he in my career has played a huge role to the person that I am, because she showed me a lot of things. Remember, he's from a big city. He taught me things that in Ngazazio, and I never went out. I'm going to Joburg or Cape Town or wherever to do fashion or to see how they do things. And like Sandy and I, she's from a big city, Durban. She started fashion there. She's exposed to culture, unlike Abba. Like even Abba, so Wambe Mall, people stare at you when you look different than
when you dress differently from everybody else.
Yeah, so confidence ndingathi ikhule during ixesha lam lasesikolweni, because I was like, I'm the only one, I'm a teacher's pet, and I'm always with him, and Unfunsa everything that you guys will never know.
Teachers, so that advantage. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, I finished school. They exposed the age going on. We diploma, so it was like 2 years. Yeah. So, but I started working. I think my first fashion show was in 2008.
2008.
Durban Fashion Week.
Oh wow!
But at that time I was with a co-op.
Okay.
I don't know co-op. Style Evolution. This is Style Evolution. So we showcase corner, and then organizing fashion shows and then after that I did an internship because fashion designers set up in Ngoni Shades.
Okay.
I learned a lot from them when it comes to quality.
Sure.
Being a and I was saying making sure that everything is straight, quality, everything is perfect. Noba into yakho yeneke elineni umuntu bangoyiguqula yabo ayoneke bawuthi nokuthi iguqule into ayipexoxa ayithini na mayibe neat into yakho inside out. So I learned about quality, how important that is. Because when I left Payana, I moved back to East London and I met Abagengo.
And you met me.
And I met you through him. I think it was through you. Fashion walk with you. So now Lelethu know Archibald who carried me bang decide the fashion for women ndingazibantu kwi fashion ndingazinto kwenzeka ntoni kuyiwaphi kuthwani. But Lelethu bathi hayibona nansi fashion show wena iza nansi fashion week fashion walk sajoyina ndenza abona ndasebenza nami lapha clients nami wonke umuntu. So it's been a while. It's been a while. And also doing internships. I think internships ziyanceda nyani also kuphume emonti nyani. It helps about phume exposed to ezinye izinto. Yeah, and how people, because abantu benza differently.
Yes.
Kubone doing internship with David Tyler, seeing him work.
Oh yes, you did that. I forgot about that.
Larry, just watching him work, Nje,
You did that.
Was amazing. Just seeing him create, Nje, that was amazing. I learned a lot from him when it comes to creative. And again, quality.
Yes.
He is a very sweet guy, but when it comes to quality, we perfectionist.
Yes.
This better be perfect. So now, even with my clients, when I work now, I make sure equality. I don't play around. I do not play around.
That's good. Actually,
it's a lot. I'm like thinking, like,
when to even start. I honestly don't know when to start.
It's a lot.
The thing is, I've been in the industry for the longest time.
Yeah.
Matriculated when I was 16.
Oh God.
But then being an active kid, trust me, I did speech and drama, I did dancing, I did I did a lot of things, guys. That was before I got into fashion. But I met this one friend who then said to me, you gotta make up your mind. And it's through attending a fashion show, just one fashion show, that I made up my mind to say, from dancing, sports, drama and whatnot, I'm going to gravitate towards this route. And then since then, guys, I've been in it.
And you've been working.
I've been working. Well, recently, I just stopped a little because of other focuses. But I didn't stop completely, but I'm still in it. Not as much as I would want to, though.
Yes.
And I think also taking a pause, it's just on a measure of wanting to understand myself more as a designer. Because fashion changes, it grows. Every second, so every now and then you would want to come up with something new and different that speaks to who I am as a designer, not as a person. And also understanding the client. Who is the client? You know, what do they want? How often would they want it? Where would they use it? Why would they use it? In what capacity will it be helpful? And also looking at matters regarding sustainability. That also take a turn. When you're thinking you ought to stop. Here's another topic on the table that requires you to go back and revisit your drawing board. So I've been in for quite some time, and I still feel my destination is still far. I'm still
That's
going.
good. Yeah. I mean, that should keep you motivated.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I hear you guys are talking about leaving school and working with other people and like interning or joining a business of people that are already working as designers. How important is it for someone who's just getting into the fashion industry space as a designer to maybe have a mentor or join or go intern? I mean, like Lelethu was saying, Archie helped him along the way. I mean, since we were doing the fashion shows in East London, we saw Archie mentor a lot of the designers that we worked with. I get it. It's in his blood. It's what he does. He loves mentoring and helping, and he's very good at it. You know. But how important is it for you to go and learn from someone who's already been in the industry for a while? You know, to show you around and teach you.
I think, to be very honest, having studied or not studied, there's very minimal that you learn. Because in academic spaces, they only teach you basics.
Okay.
What then happens, therefore, it's all up to you. And an understanding either of a fashion design student or somebody outside the design discipline would think fashion is about making clothes, and it's beyond that. So in school you learn your little methods or just minimal methods and techniques on how to make clothes, but remember there's business in it. You need to learn how to manage business. You need to understand fabrics, you need to understand patterns. So there's so many departments and so many avenues that you need to learn. So having explored fashion in your own sense, it's always advisable to understand it through an eye or a lens of different people, because their focus comes from different dimensions. So I would say it's very, very important. So you understand, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Because of the centered mind in a creative space, it's very different. And you narrow it down to the most neat, peaky thing. Like Sandy was saying, quality, for instance.
Yes.
We understand quality to be something that we measure at the end. Whereas quality is something that you check through constantly from beginning until end. That starts with the type of fabric that you buy, a pair of scissors, a pair of ruler. That is measures of quality. And it's just that because of quality starts with us. You developing and finding yourself, it's quality. You bettering yourself from teenagehood to adulthood, it's quality. So quality in fashion is very broad, and if you were to understand it dynamically from the basics, I would say go into a designer. It doesn't matter who it is, what they do. You learn how they hold their scissors, how they cut, how they stitch, how they iron. Those are little things that we don't take seriously, but trust me, they do make a difference in your life. So from me, with me, I would say venturing out and working with designers helps. It could be that they ask you to pick up threads, do it.
Sure.
But as and when you keep your eyes on a machine, keep your eyes on what they do, and you learn and how they communicate with clients. It's just something else. It's very dynamic. Your body posture also speaks volume. The experience. We are now gravitating towards technology, but I feel fashion, it's a touch and feel.
It's a personal experience.
It is a personal experience. So you not going in, you're missing out a lot. So you not being there, learning how things are done in the industry, it's something else. We're having a discussion here. A kid in China, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, has now developed a system on how to make a pair of pants in a second. So if you're not going to go outside and learn, you're limiting yourself to a particular capacity, which then won't make you relevant in the industry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys learn? What did you learn mostly that you took away, or that you really appreciated from the people that you worked with, mentored with, or that took you under their wing when you went and joined? I mean, David, come on. You can never say, oh no, I interned for David, and you walked away with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
For him, what he really wanted to install in us is communication with the client.
Okay.
Communicate with the client. So tula, but when you were struggling with something, communicate. You always be in contact with your client. Be honest with your client. Also, just be honest about what you can do, what you can't do. So that's
very important.
Just be honest and communicate with the clients. Oh my gosh, there's so much. I'm trying to think. Yeah, just the business side of it as well. David was a hustler. He really, really worked hard. He tried everything. He opened the boutiques. He travels. He does the fashion shows overseas. He pushes. He really, really pushes. So Landiak motivator now as someone who's coming up to do the same.
To do more.
And always it was designing is like exercise. You have to every single day. You must sketch something every single day. Sketch something every single day. You must always be practicing.
Absolutely.
Like a gym. Because if unyani yashala for a long time not sketching, not designing,
you become crusty.
Yeah, you become crusty. Go to another fashion show and to create a range. Now just block.
Freeze.
You get stuck. And if you're constantly working on your craft, you're gonna perfect it. So that was one of his things that he taught me that I took very seriously.
Oh wow.
To add on what Sandy just said, for me working with Archie, one thing that stood out for me is how to price a garment.
I
used to charge
and don't feel bad about
way less than what you should.
And then Archie said to me, your quality is good, you need to step it up. And then that's where I got confident to work harder and charge according to what
because at the end of the day, this is a business.
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a career.
Oh my gosh, I remember when I first started, I used to give away clothes for free.
What would you do?
Chonga, client, if he get, I'm so impressed, I'm so in love with the garment. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I was like, no, just take it. I was young.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I was like, just seeing a client, I'm so happy. It's just so,
true.
It was payment enough for me. It was like,
it happened.
It was like, you're gonna got bills to pay. Okay.
I think at that time you didn't see it as business.
I did.
You took it as a skill.
In love with this thing that I was doing. It was just a passion for me. It wasn't. I wasn't thinking about it as because I'm in primary school, so I was like, when is it business? It's just something I'm passionate about. Something I just want to do.
And just the excitement of seeing somebody else
loving my work, what I've created. I was like, you can have it. Just take it. Yo. Girls, and then the man doesn't feel you.
That is funny. That is very funny. You've never told me this. And that's very funny.
I don't know. Hey, I've learned a lot, but I will narrow it down. Two things that I've learned. It's similar to how a plant and a tree grows. So this is something else that I learned in the years that a tree grows or a plant grows two ways. And this is one of the best lessons that I've learned, that as and when you grow, where people worship your craft and your talent, people miss seeing your growth as you work. So I also got to understand that working hard, it's celebration for me. Celebration doesn't come when my name is mentioned a lot of times. So putting in an effort, and that's why Lelethu was saying working hard, it became that. I got to realize that being a better self, it's one of the good elements ever. And that's why I'm a workaholic. I always want to be better than yesterday, because I do a reflection, and this is what I learned from my mentors. Go home and ask yourself, what have I done today? How have I done it differently from yesterday? If I were to do it again tomorrow, how different will I do it? And that has always been a narrative in my mind and a process that I embark on every day. Get home, sit and ask yourself, what have I done? How can I do it? And through that, you then realize that, hey, I can actually be better than Tuesday. I can be better than a Friday. Then you keep working hard, and that calls about a lot of things. So working hard for me, some would also say working smart. But working smart, there's a two-way to it. I always say to people, it is very unfortunate that I was taught to work hard. I was never taught when to stop. I was taught how to work hard. I was never taught when to stop. That's why I call myself a workaholic. So, and that's purely because of my mentors. All of them were hard workers, and that's how I understood the industry to be. That you got to work very hard, and in that process, obviously, work smart. And as and when I grow, as and when I meet people, I impart that to people to say, hey, as and when you start, you really got to put your everything in. It's sad for people not to understand why you don't have a social life, why you don't have a love life, why you don't, to mention a few. But I think at a later stage, they understand, because you also live with a purpose that says your tiny nut needs to grow into a mighty oak. So I work like a slave to live like a king.
Yes.
No, I hear you. I completely hear you. But what's the most difficult part about being a designer that you guys can, or that you guys have noticed as working as designers for as long as you have?
I would say coming up with a collection.
Is it?
Coming up with clothing items.
And that's the fun part.
It is a fun part. However, looking at it, you've got political issues now that are also driving fashion. You've got arts, music, you've got lifestyle, you've got climate now playing a role. So you coming up with an item that will fit or suit different personalities, different body shapes. It's very complex. So however you do it, it needs to be something that would not only be jaw breaking, but something that's more practical. Because what we wear and how we wear it as people is that we choose items based on how the society will accept us, because we are scared to be different. So as a creator or a designer, you're also trying to play safe purely because of this particular client, but not affording them an opportunity to stretch out a little bit, to say, yes, I can do this, but how about?
Yes.
So you're thinking for the world, you're not thinking for yourself. Hence I said you need to detach yourself from the process. This is not about you. This is about people that will walk into a store and touch and feel something that would speak to them and also resonate with some of the items they have in their wardrobe. Because when you buy an item, you're literally saying, what else can I wear this with?
Very
true.
I
have a pair of pants, I have a dress, and I have this, and this will work. So coming up with an item for me specifically needs to have a true meaning. That's why I use life in general as inspiration to all collections that I make.
Okay. So,
for me, I think the hardest part is the business part.
The
business side of it, because I'm a creative.
Yeah.
I'm a businesswoman now, but I didn't go into it thinking I'm going to start a business doing this. I was just doing something that I loved. I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I want to create things. I want to create these beautiful garments. But I didn't think of the business side. Now you do business courses, we've done all these things, but it's still a challenge. The pricing, Lelethu was talking about pricing. It's hard sometimes to be confident and say, and stand on it, because you think I need to make money. If the price is too high and then they say no and they go away, what am I going to do? But there's a lot that goes into it. And then you have to go out and get funding for things. When you want your boutique, you want all these things, but you have to have a business mind when it comes to all these things. So that has been the most challenging part for me, because I'm an artist at heart. So now I have to force this businesswoman to create this businesswoman when I'm not a businesswoman inside. In fact, if I would just marry a rich man and I would just have a boutique,
marry a rich man and have a boutique
and just
easy way out.
And then just be creative and not have to worry about making money.
You would just make clothes for fun.
Or buy them and sell instead of making.
Obviously I'll just design up make this. I'll just be creative and and then he'll just take care of the bills and things.
But that's so. I find that very, very true and very interesting that you say you are more of a creative than you are a business person. But now, how do you then marry the two? Like the business side of it and the creative side of the fashion industry, where both of them are working, they're moving together, and they in sync, basically. Like I don't know.
I think one thing that we take for granted as artists, it's time. Time is business. Generally, you leaving your house for something else, it's business. And I think this is where now you need to start putting your cost from time. How much time does it take me to leave my house and go buy fabric?
The petrol you're putting in.
So there's a lot of it. How much time does it? It's also costly to make a decision for a client. Because you switch. You're thinking visually. You need to already envision that garment on that particular client. And if you can't get hold of the client at the point in time in confirming whether the fabric would be suitable or not. So we really need to take it as business. It shouldn't be a monetary solution to help us survive on a day-to-day, because that's where we're looking at it. So we need to see our time as business. Hence I always say to people, people will hate me, but going out to an event, right, and conversing over what you do, it's consultation. We need to be smart enough to say, hey, when you need something at a particular ABC and C store, you make time and go purchase it. Why do I now have to compromise part of my leisure time and speak of work? That's where you now need to learn that this is business. Other people would allow you to ask questions, they'll respond, they'll ask you, where do you live, where's your home address? Before you know it, there's a bill for consultation. That's what people do. So where we need to start is, when people approach you in your city, like, hey hon, if you want business, this is my number, these are my contacts, come, let's talk. This is when now you understand. Also, our mobile devices. Your cell phone, it's business and it's personal. Hence, when a client sees you online at 12 o'clock, they send you a message asking you to send them an image of the garments. So we need to advise people and teach them. And also, I think it starts with us. that my device is my device, my number is my number. Yes. If I then say business starts from 8 to.
Yes.
Exactly. So we need to put that to practice.
Set those boundaries.
Set your boundaries. And it starts with yourself. When do I start? When do I wake up? What time do I start work? Whether being that you work from home or not, business starts with us. And when you move in that direction, a couple of things will fall into place. You start asking questions. Then people around you, people in your circle, would obviously over-advise, and that's how then we'll land. But we take it so light that even when you walk to a fabric shop and people are like, excuse me, can I ask you? I always say it'll cost you. It will cost you. Because of my time is calculated. Sia wants me to finish his shirt in 3 hours. Because of in costing, I work per hour. My hour, it's rated at da-da-da-da. Now, if I'm going to spend 4 hours, who will incur the cost? We'll see, obviously, because I need to add it. See. So I'm not going to do that. You want to see me? You want to ask me questions? Let's set time. That's it. Money. So for me, I would say it starts with us. It's easy to actually put yourself in business and also understand that you're not the brand. You work for the brand. That's when now you understand.
Oh yes.
So the problem is
yourself from the brand.
The problem is we see ourselves as the designers. You're a designer.
You see yourself as the brand.
You are a designer, but you work for a company. You don't work for yourself. Yes, it could be for yourself, hypothetically, but you work for a brand called Lelethu Tyethe or Sandi Designs. You don't work for yourself. So at any given time, even when you get money, the first thing shouldn't be, hey friend, how about lunch tomorrow?
Let's go out for coffee.
Let's go out for coffee.
Hey.
So it goes a long way.
For coffee when you get money.
So it goes a long way. We need to school ourselves. It's not far off. We just need discipline. That's my 2 cents point of view.
Liza?
For me, it's mental health. It's not easy being an artist. It's not easy. Today I'm happy and jolly. Tomorrow I don't want to do anything. I need to draw back my strength, relax. Like as designers, we need time to just sit and not even think about work because work is taxing. Now there are times where I just want to give up because I'm like, why am I doing this? I've been stagnant all my life. So I need time to
refresh.
Yes. So mental health is one of the most ignored
that's
things.
Very
But I think again we do that on the basis of wanting to please others. That's what we do. Happiness for designers, I stand to be corrected if I'm speaking for a few and not for many. Happiness comes from seeing something beautiful that you have created. Happiness comes when you see tears of joy from your client. However, you forget that your body is like a car. You don't take it for service, it won't.
It's going to shut down.
No, it's going to shut down.
It's gonna
so
shut
we
down.
need to get to a point, and I've said this to a lot of people, my Sundays, you robbed me. My Sundays are like my me days.
Yes.
We need to get to a point where you lock yourself in that day. You don't answer your phone. You don't answer. You don't even bath if you want to in the morning. You can bath later. Be in your PJs the whole day. It's therapeutic. Because you're recharging towards the day. And we're also failing, like Lelethu said, we're failing to understand that my energy and my strength, it's not as much as when I was 16 and 17. So I need to manage my time. So planning is very important. But more than anything, it is true. You need to get to a point where you say to your client, don't call me on a Saturday. I don't work on a Saturday.
That's so true.
Because I think for me, being a mom forced me to take those days off. Because now, for me, it's Monday. Monday is my day. I get done ready for school. Then in school, I get home.
And you sleep.
I relax. Just chill for the day. But I'm planning and then so you need that time to just chill, just relax, just do nothing. Because when you're creative, your mind is always working anyway.
Dream more of these ideas.
Yeah, exactly. So you need that time, just chill. Mental health, because there are some clients who finish by yo job ngiqeshiwe ngiqeshiwe usolo guys abendlala guys.
No, the thing is we allow them. That's what, hence I said it starts with your phone. It starts with how you conduct yourself in business. These clients learn very quick, and it starts with a simple deposit. They own you. So once you get deposit, they're like, when can I fit? Let me see the images.
How far?
Do you ever ask retail to share to? Yeah, I mean, how far what?
How far?
I don't send images.
Tomorrow, how far?
I normally say to clients, please do not deprive me. I normally say, don't deprive me a moment of experiencing your facial, your facial expression when you see that, whether being that it looks good or not.
Yes.
Don't deprive me the moment. And depending on the type of device that I use, it could have a good camera quality or not.
Yeah.
And sending an image is something else. Also bearing in mind that your body is not the same as my mannequin. I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna hold it in, pin it at the back. The entire detail, it's more pushed to the back. And you're thinking you haven't done much. It doesn't work that way. So how we do it is, you see your garment in stages, come for fittings, you pay for your fittings. Come for fitting, pay for your fitting. Yes, it's time. It's time. So as and when I cost you, fittings are embedded. The fitting cost is embedded. It's included. So come, you will see it. We'll do it gradually.
Sure.
And as and when you make changes, because a lot of clients do not think that when you charge, they actually know it, but they're being silly. Sorry. So they know that this is what I want, but not being mindful of the body. So what you basically need to do is put them in something tight. Reverse psychology. What do you see? Let them say it. I've got a big tummy. I've got a big boob. I've got a tiny waist. So later on, when they come back and say, "But it doesn't fit properly," and you're like, "But you said you've got a small waist." I cut fabric. I don't cut flash. So you need to understand.
I once said that to a client that I'm a designer, not a plastic surgeon.
The dress doesn't come with the body. It doesn't come with the body.
It's like buying a fridge with groceries inside. That doesn't normally happen. Because a lot of images that are forwarded to you are still mode images. They're not thinking that I'm going to be in motion. I'm going to be walking at some point. That slit is not going to be wide open. So they're expecting you to keep it open.
To keep it open
and
like that,
you do. And after that, in consultation, you do it with the client. When they come, 6 of them are in the house. And 5 of them have opinions. And you're like, have we all studied fashion, or have you just spent a single day in your bedroom and you decided? So my rule is, if I do consultation with 2 people, we keep it that way until the end.
You don't add any more people.
No, you don't.
Because your grandmother would have her own opinion in such things and her own Christian views. So let's keep it this way.
But tell me, do the clients make it? Okay, do the clients make the work more difficult because of the opinions that they have, and how often they change their minds, depending on the last time they saw the actual garment when you started working on it? Because remember, some clients are going to send you a picture of a dress that they saw Rihanna wearing, or Beyonce wearing, or somebody wearing, and then they say, okay, I want this. Please make this dress for me. And then when they put the dress on, it's not the same as the picture. Do they make the work more difficult?
No, I explain to them now when they bring a picture, I'm like, it's not going to come out exactly like this.
Yes.
Because I didn't make this dress, first of all. I didn't make this dress. So I'm going to make it as close as possible to this dress. And also the fabric, I'm not going to have, you're not going to have that fabric up Beyonce, first of all. So I'm going to find something close. And also in classic fabric shop, this fabric as a core that will work for this dress. So like I said, like communication. So it's okay to make those changes, and we want their opinions because it's their dress at the end of the day. So they have to give their opinions, and your opinion because their dress is their money. So it's
I know. I think I've got my ways. One thing that I always advise people as designers is that we fail ourselves for and with not having a contract.
Yes.
Because of our
definitely
clients,
need a contract.
Our clients will always meet up with other people who would have their own designs and share their views, and you're thinking, okay, but mine is simple. Why don't I add?
Yes.
And they're so smart in that. However you charge them, they're thinking he's going to buy 10 meters even though he needs 2.
Sure. Okay.
So however I come up with any additions, they're not going to mind because there's always a meter. Which then they're not thinking that meter is charged.
Yes.
I'm not being given extra 3 when I buy 2.
Yes.
You know? So we need to tell them, should you make any changes, you will pay. If you cancel, I keep 30%, you take the rest. Or I take, because this is inclusive of consultation. So we need to learn or teach ourselves means and ways on how to minimize these frustrations. Trust me, a client can make you feel less of a human being. Yeah. And what's worse is if they call you once and you miss a call, they're just at your doorstep. I'm human. And sometimes my phone is flat and I'm charging it and I'm working. So I might not be at a close range to my phone to pick up calls and or to be entertaining, incoming calls. So if you miss a call, they're thinking, it's not always the case. So there's a lot of things that we need to educate our clients to understand that you giving him money doesn't necessarily mean that you're the only focused client. Before you, there were many. So you fall amongst the many. You fall amongst the many. I had promised to Sia that Sia will get their garment home. So don't send me money. Namhlanje ngo-6 ebusuku uthi how far you? How far is what?
How far?
Yeah, how far now? No, I don't do things as I breathe every time. So I think it is difficult, yes, but we really need to educate them.
Because isn't the contract the first thing that you are supposed to sign with your client on the first consultation, like on the first day, and you sit down and you say, okay, this is my contract, this is how I work, it's going to take 10 days maybe for you to get your dress. In the 10 days you need 2 days, after 2 days we do this, giving them the whole process. Yes.
I think the one thing, I think my friends and my colleagues will help me, is that when you put up a contract, you're thinking a client will run away. It's as much as when you're thinking, if I put up a price, my client would run away. Hence, our quality doesn't grow and we don't grow. I got to a point to understand the same handle that you used to walk in is the same handle that you're going to use to walk out. If you don't agree.
Yes.
The reason why all these retail stores are lined up, it's to accommodate you. If you can't afford shop A, go to shop B and go to shop C.
Yes.
And also, the problem comes when I don't know the type of designer that I am. I'm a one-stop shop. If somebody wants a tracksuit or pajamas or an evening gown or a suit, I'll always say yes. That kind of stuff that you can't make. People need to know, if I want evening wear, I'm going to go to Sandy.
Yes.
If I want extraordinary or whatever, I'm going to go to
Lelethu.
People need to know. And in the business side of things, I need to know exactly what am I working on. So they need to understand this is a contract and also believe in ourselves. When you believe in yourself and believe in your craft, you go to an extent that you push your client to buy a 6,000 a meter fabric, knowing that you're going to charge them 120,000.
Yes.
If they're not willing to do it, let them go. You can't envision yourself in a Rihanna or Beyonce dress with a fabric that costs 250.
Sure.
And the biggest challenge comes again. You give them discount. Red flag.
Yeah.
Those are the very same clients that you're going to have a problem with because they feel got you.
Yeah.
So we know your soft spots.
Yes.
So if they need discount, I can give it to you on the basis that we remove a flower, we remove a button, and we remove. That's how you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Leave within your means.
Okay.
Because I can give you a discount, but I'm not going to discount the level of my quality.
Yes.
Because as and when it walks out, or as and when you take it, it has my name.
It has your name on it.
So I can't discount my name. I have to ensure that I grow. So it's all about a two-way. We need to educate them. They need to understand.
Okay, I get that. I really get that.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, do you guys stay on trends or try to stay on top of trends, especially when making your collections, or is it a? I always say I'm a dreamer. I always come up with ideas in my dreams, and then I just wake up and I do. What's the process for you guys to go, okay, this is what's on trend, colors, everything, and then you create a collection working from the research of what you know in terms of trends and whatnot.
I don't. As a woman of a particular age, I don't really care about what's on trend.
Of a particular age.
Of a particular age.
So you profile it.
I'm stuck in my ways. No, I mean, you always want to push yourself as a designer, but I don't really care about what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
I'll do what I do. If I'm tasked to make a collection now, I'm gonna create. Whatever,
yes.
I would do whatever comes to mind. Come on, I'm not gonna watch Archibald, Lelethu Tyethe, okay, now let me follow suit. No, I want to do what feels good to me or feels right to me. Come on, I don't really care about trends. I'm an old person.
I don't care about trends.
I'm an old person. I'm stuck in my ways.
I think when you get to a certain age,
I can't keep up anymore. It's just.
I think for me it's a different case. I do keep up with the trends. However, I try to keep my signature.
Yes.
Okay.
And not.
You don't want to lose yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to lose yourself. So, and most of my collections are very personalized.
Yes.
There's always a story in it.
Yes.
I connect myself in the story, but not in the comments. Though not easy, but it's always the case. So I do. Colors are very important. Trends are very important.
Yes.
And like I said, trends speak to the society. Because if you're going to be the only person wearing something, you always have an odd mind to say the society won't accept me, and therefore they might treat me different. So if you're not used to being alone, spending time alone, doing things alone, you will do something that will warm up the society to welcome you. But as designers, we need to teach our clients as individuals to say, you can stand.
Yeah.
So building up a collection for me, I always personalize it.
Okay.
I have nothing to say.
Very blasé about
I know.
Because
it's just like,
creative, we are artists, it's personal.
it is.
It's personal. It's not just about following whatever you're doing. You want to be creative. You want to create.
I think
so.
For instance, sorry, and my last collection, this was a collection made after the passing of my grand.
Oh yes.
Right? So I didn't find time to grieve, hence I always wear black now, but that became a norm. So after the announcing of her passing, there was just a lot to do at home. I had to help out there and there.
Yes.
And I felt like I skipped a process.
Okay.
So my collection spoke of her passing and what happens after death.
Okay.
So I used the color cream representing a skeleton, and I used sort of brown representing the swirl. The relationship between the two.
Oh, nice, love that.
And I ended up having masks in a sort of in a shape or a silhouette of a skeleton. Hence, I'm saying I personalize it.
Yeah.
So that collection was more dedicated to her. To say, though I missed a process, but there'll always be a connection.
This was in
2024.
2024.
Yeah, this was in 2024. I showcased that in Ghana.
Yes, I remember when you were in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember. I saw the collection in your pictures and videos that you shared when you were in Ghana. I remember that. Wow. Okay, I love that.
I remember at some point with you. Funny enough, before COVID.
Yes.
I had a collection with masks.
Yes,
Little
you
did
did.
I know.
You did.
Oh,
Then we
perfect.
had COVID.
You did.
Yeah.
That's why I got a bit confused, because you showcased this was in 2020.
2019.
2018, 2019, somewhere there.
The darkness,
Yes.
Because I was going through anxiety
So you're
and
a prophet.
depression.
Yes.
And I used black. And I
Yes.
used red as a sense of blood.
Yeah.
So I then thought, you know what? My health experience is very suffocating. Hence the masks. Little did I know a year after that
We would
it was
have
COVID.
COVID.
So yeah, that's how I personalize my collections.
Okay, that's very
Also, I
interesting.
think most creators are very spiritual people.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Always draw from the
From your
Yeah.
experiences and your emotions
Yes.
and all that. No, that's very
yeah.
true. That's
Most of them are
very true.
spiritual.
So when you guys make your collections, do you have, we call them muses in the industry? Do you guys have a particular person or body shape or personality that you design for when you are designing your collection? Do you
like a specific person, like a celebrity or whatever?
no, it doesn't have to be a celebrity,
No,
but the
no,
type of
no.
person that
So-
you are envisioning wearing
The
your clothes.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't know, because some people would say I design for the working class, or the woman that's always on the run, attending business meetings, or someone who's always attending like your gala dinners or whatnot.
Or designing for side chicks.
That is so
That's
funny.
business.
That's all market.
Yeah, but all
all
of
the
that.
time market.
I think to say the least, there are two ways to it, right?
Yeah.
The most common question that media asks is that who's he, who's she? Meaning
Yes.
that who's your client?
Yes.
So meaning that every time when you design, like Lelethu said, I design for side chicks.
Yes.
So Lelethu knows, however I do it, design-wise, aesthetic-wise, components-wise, whatever, I have to think what would be more appealing for any man on a side chick.
All right.
Yes. Now, when you're talking about muse, it's somebody that constantly wears your clothes and
Yes.
promote, which I don't do personally. Because I feel it's contradiction of interest.
How?
Okay, you do what?
Okay, so what happens is if you take a muse,
Yes.
it becomes more about them than your clothes.
Oh yes.
Even in an interview, there's only one line about your
About
brand.
you.
And also, as designers, we evolve. You might not want to use Sandy Danny for your next
Exactly.
collection.
Yes.
And mainly, like she said, at her age, meaning that possibly at my age, in my early ages, I was at 32. Now I'm at 34.
Yeah.
So if Sandy decides to be happy and wear size 88, now that's going to be a problem.
No.
And tomorrow, Sandy's depressed. She wants to be a size 2. So now you're going to lose your clients. Your clients need to know that Sandy focuses on fully figured women, African women that celebrates the body. Do you understand? So we need to know if I'm a woman, African woman that is fully figured, and I need something, Sandy is the right person because Sandy understands an African woman or a shape of an African woman. Hence, I said earlier on, if you're going to be making tracksuits and linen and on the basis of wanting to make money, you're losing your clients. You're not going to make money.
Oh wow.
So let them know what your focus is. So as and when you design, you envision the side chick. And I always say when you build up a collection, build a story. The side chick walks out of the house on a normal hot day.
Yes.
And they go to a mall.
Okay.
Suddenly it starts raining. When it rains, you need to put something on. That's look number 2.
Okay.
As and when they walk out, they meet a man who then invites them for supper later on. They're going to go home, change, and come back with look 3.
Okay.
So, see, you're telling a story about a side chick. Possibilities. Then after that, they get invited for a holiday. In that holiday, you're either going to a beach or going and. That would require different looks. Your collection is done.
Okay.
So you're giving your side chicks options. It's like having a visionary menu.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never thought of making a collection for
for
side chicks.
It's good business.
It's good
It is.
business.
It is. It's true. That's what our young sisters do lately, and that's why a lot of them don't want to work because they're thinking that's the way to go.
Oh wow. Do you think when designers have moved from the muses because of what Archie was saying, but it takes away from the actual collection
Conflict of interest.
and it focuses on the person who's wearing. Because remember back in the days, all designers had muses. You knew so and so is for like wears only this designer, and they wherever they go they're wearing that designer's clothing. Now, honestly, now that I think about it, you never see one celebrity or one person wearing one designer's clothes like they used to back in the day.
I think isuka kwinto yoba every person must be included because you're not only designing for one particular body shape. You need to engage as much people as possible. So it's more about inclusivity.
So the idea of a muse gives an assumption that you only design for this particular person in terms of body shape and what it is that they do.
So I say have possibilities. I could be at 32, but now if you look at it, we're doing fashion is now driven by K fashion. There's something that we call K fashion. I don't know if you know. That's Korean fashion.
Oh,
Korean fashion.
okay.
Looking around, we're into oversized clothes.
Yes.
That's what fashion is right now. So you need to know exactly what you're doing, how you're doing, and why you're doing it. So, like what Les is saying, whether you're doing it for somebody small, make oversized. give somebody that's fully figured a possibility of thinking, but maybe I could make it a fitted garment and still look good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it. Right now in retail, they're selling one size fits all.
Yes.
There's one dress that is very common that you can convert into 8 looks.
Into 8 looks, one dress?
Yeah, it's one dress. It has many belts.
You
can wear it as one hand, and it has belts, and you can put it on an empire. That's what we're talking about now. That's where sustainability goes in. Whether being it in terms of storage, in terms of number of garments, in terms of usage of fabrics, production, size, that's what we're looking at now.
I think also when it comes to a muse, if you're using a specific person, also you kind of have to watch the kind of life that they live, because they're like now tied to your brand. Because now if you don't like the idea of side chicks, for example, then now I'm using someone who's a side chick for my brand. Now it's as if I'm into that lifestyle. You know what I mean? So it's also important to watch that kind of stuff. So now if you talk about uhamba apha because now you are associated with my brand, so mnandizami that was interesting. So now so yeah. Also let's talk about the being inclusive. Like when I design it's about all women deserve to look good.
Yes,
that's what I feel. So I want everyone to feel like they have that chance. So okay, fine, maybe I'm just whatever, you know, but I'm going to this event. Oh, look good. So I want to make every woman feel like they can look good and dress up. I figure in an event,
yes,
but I feel like they fit in because now they look beautiful now. So everyone deserves to look beautiful. Everyone deserves to have that chance. So I love being inclusive. Okay, no, we're now bracket. Obviously, we price obviously price range, but. But I believe everyone deserves to look beautiful.
Okay. Now, how do you want the person wearing your clothes to feel? I'm taking from what you're saying when I'm saying about every woman deserves to feel beautiful. Like, how do you want when Luciana is wearing your an item that you've designed to feel? You know, I mean, because when I walk out of the house, I know I want to feel good.
Yeah.
And I want to feel comfortable and confident in what I'm wearing, you know, because I'm thinking about like what Leza was saying back in school, he's being told do a safari dress, and he's busy with red dresses that are open on the side with the boobs out, and short dresses, that type of thing. So when you design, do you sit and you say, oh, I want whoever to wear this to feel confident, to feel this, I want this to be comfortable, that type of thing.
Like I always write when I capture some of my comments, I always say steal the spotlight with sanitary designs. So I want you, wherever you go, to steal the spotlight. No go to event, but yes. So I want you to go out and have that confidence. Feel like I belong, I should be seen, I deserve to be seen, I deserve to be, in the spotlight. Like, look at me, to feel beautiful, to feel like I'm the queen.
I have arrived.
I just arrived.
Every day is a moment, it's a special occasion.
Leza.
Yeah, it's also about looking good and feeling good. Because then when you're confident, you feel you want to try new things even. Uzive confident. But now because you dress and everything, I can go anywhere. I can even approach this person now. I can but then you feel confident. Okay, I can approach I can approach the president. I can approach
the president.
I think for me, it's like I said, it's a psychological thing.
It is.
That is that one question that I always ask is that how do you feel? So psychologically, you're helping them to reflect. And we need to also be mindful that fabric plays a role on your skin that also determines your mood. Because they could, I mean, I don't know if you guys do, but check, when you're wearing polyester, nylon, wool, cotton, you don't react the same way. Your mood is never the same.
Yeah.
There's one particular fiber that plays a role on your skin. That every time when you're wearing something, either a polyester blend or cotton, or you're like very bubbly, very awake.
Yeah.
And one day you're wearing nylon and you're like very sad. And you don't know what really is. Because we always say, I'm sad, but I don't know what the problem is. It is the fabric playing a role. So ideally, through the garment that you make, you need to constantly ask them, how do you feel?
Yeah.
I actually was going to ask, well, how do you choose your fabrics that you use? Because I'm thinking, because of the quality that you want to maintain and so on and so forth, you go for certain fabrics. You know, like you don't just go for just any fabric just because it's the color of what the client wants.
Yeah.
You know,
I think in choosing your fabrics, you need to be very smart. You need to be able to choose something that you can work with, something that you understand its properties, because you just want to choose something that will not complement your craft. So in choosing your fabrics, you need to be very smart, and also try to communicate that, like Usendo was saying, to your client. Take them to a particular part to say, this is what I believe will work.
Okay.
Looking at the fit, looking at the flow, looking at what they're going to be using the garment for in the day. Does it require a bit of extra movement?
Yes.
You know, look at practical parts of it to say, okay, I believe this fabric will work, this will not. Some garments you would think would want satin, and then to find that it's a no-go. Or maybe the finishing doesn't come out as you have anticipated. Now it kills the entire excitement. Now you need to go back and redo it in a different fabric. So always support yourself, back yourself up to say, hey, one, let's look at the weather. Two, let's look at your body. Because of your body also plays a role in whatever fabric that you need, whether being it a print, whether being it that it's matte or shiny. It's just a story. Let's sit down, let's talk about it. And if it's something shiny and you big build, it's going to make you look too big because the light shines on your face. Do you know, if you're thin and you're wearing something too plain, it's going to make your garment sag a little. Okay. So you always need to be mindful of their body, give compliments, just let them shine out every now and then, so that however you choose your fabrics, you're like, I've won this deal.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I'm just trying, as you were talking, I'm trying to imagine a very shiny fabric on on a person, and the light is shining, and
I think sometimes when you consult, their personalities also sell them out. You wouldn't want a very shy, reserved person to be on a very extravagant garment. Of course. Contradiction. Sometimes your shiny fabrics are not it for somebody very reserved. Get them something matte, but that will also give them what they want.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to be very smart about it, because it could still be well made, well fitted, well draped, well hanging, but because of the fabric, not the color, they're gonna go, this is gonna make everybody look at me, and that's not what I want. Get something very matte, something very subtle, and they'll love you forever.
I never thought of it that way.
No.
See, this is why I'm not a designer.
But I guess working with designers, you have that eye now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Definitely. I've learned quite a lot from you guys as well, working with you guys. So, like, have you guys ever thought of, I don't know, creating your own fabrics, or like the patterns, like having your own fabrics that set you guys apart from all the other designers, and using the same fabrics as everybody else, you know? I don't know.
That's why, like, I feel like in almost all my collections, like I make the flowers, I make different detailing with fabric, because we all go to the same fabric shops.
Yes.
So we have to create something as a bit different a garment from the rest. So I always like to make flowers, make different detailing on the fabric. Yeah, painted, spray. I've done a collection where we're doing denim.
Okay.
So I spray painted. I laid lace on the denim, then I spray painted it gold.
Oh, nice.
So shallow low print on it.
Yeah.
So you play out different. So I love doing that. Or beading on I love beading on the garments.
I think also because of copying of designs, having your significant print, very important in the industry. Because I mean, let's take this top as an example. Beautiful top made. Somebody else would obviously see it, go to Umama Koneni to say, make me this top. And Umama would obviously make it because she needs to feed her family. She must put food on the table. But the problem then is at what cost? And now, what people have in Sinosendi, putting it on social media, people will always say Musendi, because people don't know Mama Sekone.
Yes.
That becomes a problem. So having a very personalized fabric limits a lot of things. Look at what happened with one of the brands. They took stuff, they took it international, it was made, but little did they know that what the remnants, the particular supplier went and mass produced the fabric. They duplicated the entire thing. So with what they sold for 1,000 and thousands plus, these guys only sold it for 250. And it was identical. So having your signature, having your fabric embossed or printed or sublimated, it's very important. It sets you apart from everybody. And it's not easy. I mean, look at, if I may mention, Takama. They have their print now. Most of the fabrics, they have a sort of a print stamp inside the fabric. For you to see it as the original, it needs to have. We're not only relying on that label because anybody else can do it. So if it doesn't have that authentic stamp, then it means it's not an original.
But then also, how do you mass produce and still protect, your designs and your brand, and make sure that it doesn't get duplicated by other people that are now selling it for 50 Rand? You can. Where the industry is going now is we're looking at smart fabrics. Because of the climate, that's what we're looking at, number one. Meaning that we work with textile companies where your fabric speaks to a particular climate. Okay. Or it helps you, it cools you down when it's hot. Yes.
You up. That's where we're going. And then number two, sadly, in the fashion industry, you can't really protect your design.
I was about to say.
Because how do you protect a pair of pants? How do you protect a pencil skirt? It'll always be a pencil skirt. Yes. It doesn't belong to anyone. Yeah. I can still steal this particular design and put diamonds in. She can't sue me because her top doesn't have diamonds.
Diamonds.
That's how cruel the industry is. But when you produce your own fabric, you then have a sense of protecting your design.
Okay.
When your fabrics are more smart, when you do smart textile fabrics, advanced, there's like a lot of fabrics now that are introduced in the industry. That's the only way that you're going to protect yourself. But if you don't do that, we all go to these shops, like she said, there's only 4 shops in East London that sells fabric. And now looking at it, what's the number of designer cohort that we have in the Eastern Cape? It's a lot. Just in East London, it's over 30. So we are all going to buy the same fabric. However you do it, it's going to look like somebody else's original design.
That's very true.
Yeah. So we need to invest, start creating relationships with textile companies where you speak to them and say, hey, I'm coming up with this, and this is what I want to focus on, this is what I want you to do. Done.
So it's in the cost, and look at the smart fabrics.
These fibers are used as and when the fabric is made. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the fabric. It's not like a particular item or particle of. No, these are fibers embedded in the fabric. Yeah. So when it's woven, when you just make the garment and look at the sports t-shirts. Right?
Yes.
Because they run a lot. I don't know if you guys checked. There's a part right at the back. It's meant to cool the body down. When your body warms up from sweat, there's a particular element and temperature. It helps your body to cool down.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, so this is something that we're now doing in sports. Yeah, there's so much in medicine as well. Scars, there's a particular fabric that helps to clear the scar. This is where we're going. There are fabrics that can actually allude to you before you reach your menstrual cycle.
What?
Yeah, there are fabrics that can indicate to you before your kid starts crying from either peeing or hunger or that's what we're doing.
But I wonder how that affects like your body. Like
it doesn't.
How
it doesn't. Remember that these things are done. It's proper research. There's like a team. There's a team that you work with, and then you do proper research. You take it to the lab, whatever results that you get, and then you need to test it out before you put it in the market. You do your thorough interviews or surveys to get response. You trial it out, and then it will not cater for everybody, of course. It'll cater for a few. I know there's a particular T-shirt for people that have diabetic, or a vest that you need to wear. So there's a particular way that makes you feel for you to know that, hey, you gotta eat something or else I'll hit a clock. So this is where life is going right now.
Oh wow.
I love technology, but I'm also a conspiracy theorist.
No, it's not technology. It's just the fibers. We used to synthetic right now so much.
No, like natural fibers do that. Like they regulate your temperature as well. Like it's in fabric. But I'm for improvement and growth and all these things, but some things
some fabrics are even made with man-made fibers. I mean, people make fabric from rainbows.
Leaves.
Leaves from the leaves. From the leaves.
From people.
No. I mean, saying companies and organizations make fabrics from such. You know, fabrics are now. We don't use synthetic dye anymore. We use veggies.
Okay.
You use veggies to dye your fabric.
I think I saw a video where someone was using beetroot to dye.
You bury. There's a lot. You bury your fabric for days to change color or to do tie-dye.
But like for mass production, they're not gonna do that.
Well, you can.
I mean, you can. Some small companies they can, but there are people who want to make the money. Don't care about that.
But remember, before you mass produce, you have to activate, right?
Okay.
In the process of activation, the fabric needs to be busy processing.
Yes.
So that due to time, in time, then you're ready. If I know that my summer collection is coming out in September, of course, I'm going to bury it now. It needs 4 weeks. In the meantime, between now and then, I'm doing activation to say, hey, summer 2026 to 27, watch out for a new collection. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dye a lot of fabrics so that come closer to the time of mass produce. That's what they do. You just have to. It's the same as you saying, I can't dye fabric with spinach because spinach is seasonal. In the absence of spinach, what else can you do?
Yeah.
And the cost for that, is it more expensive then because they're using those natural products?
It's less. I mean, it's a swirl. That's a swirl. It has to be a very reached swirl to actually dye the fabric, and when you take it out,
I mean, because of the time as well.
Yeah,
put into
there'll always be cost impact when it comes to that, because you need to be very smart on how you do it.
So it's all about to just dye the things.
It's all about planning. It's really all about planning. For instance, I don't want to say much. So I came up with the product. This product, it's for mothers and babies. It's a transformational piece that you can use 4 or 5 times. It has 5 molds on it. It's one piece, but you can transform it into 5 molds. I can't say much. I'm still in the process.
I'm intrigued. Like I'm very intrigued. Now I'm just like, okay, tell me more.
I just did a presentation in Germany recently.
Oh yes, when you were in Germany.
That's when I realized that a lot of people came to me and say, don't buy the fabric. Have your fabric made based on your needs and what a mother would need and a kid would need at that particular age. Because of with any fabric that I buy, unfortunately, I have to take it in for testing.
Yes.
Because some of the fabrics are not friendly on the baby skin.
Yes.
So I had difficulties into deciding what fabric specifically, to which I had to go to baby making products and just to get a proper detailing. But a lot of companies said, hey, guess what? We can do this for you. Come, let's let you come up with a fabric that caters for a mother and for a baby.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
It sounds like we still have a lot to learn from you.
Yeah.
I know we've been learning over the years. We still have a lot to learn.
You're getting knowledge.
Everybody's
getting knowledge. It's an Oprah moment.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
But now, how do you guys justify pricing your items? Because remember, there's a lot of work that goes into making clothes. I mean, Les was talking about mental health. your mental health, emotional health, physical health, and then because remember your bodies are your instruments that you use to make the clothes, and now there's the whole other process that goes into making the clothes. Because now I'm gonna come to you, I'm gonna say, okay, I want pants and a shirt, or I want a suit because I'm going to a wedding or wherever, and then you're gonna charge me 20,000 rand for the suit, and I'm like, no, but why are you charging me this much? And I want to go to Umama Osekoneni to make me the suit. So how do you guys justify? I don't think justify is the right way to use, but how do you make calculate and make the client understand why they are being charged this much for this item?
Are we telling the client why we're charging this?
You have the most inquisitive and
you explain something.
But I think, like you said, there's a lot that goes in, and they at some point they need to understand. Obviously, our production rates are not the same, which is something that sets us apart. So one would say, this is how much I charge. It's going to take me 3 hours to come up with the pattern. It's going to take me 4 hours or 8 days to make your suit. Hence, we get into this point. I can't make it any less. If I do, then quality would be compromised. Then I'm forced to charge you less, and please don't complain, but it doesn't really happen. But it's very important to understand your level of quality, your level of knowledge, experience, and methods that you use to be able to work out. You also need to be mindful of the maintenance of your machines that you use, electricity, transport, the calls. So the list is endless before you get to. So it's very important to outline it. If they then start questioning, that's when our discount comes in. You say, hey, I can I get a discount? I can make you this top. It has 90 flowers. I can give you 4 for that price. You and you go to the function smiling, I go to the bank smiling as well. It's a two-way.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. Why do I have to give you 90 flowers at a cost of 2? It doesn't work that way. I was taught by my mentor to say, rather have this garment hanging in your wardrobe for many years, other than selling it at a lower price purely because of you're hungry. Starve. The person that understands your value will come and pay whatever amount.
Okay.
So we need to get to a point where we say, I want to be of good help, but unfortunately, I cannot do it for this amount. If you need to, you have options. I mean, there's 8 of us down the street.
7 other people that you can go to.
Absolutely, and probably one of them would. And please don't come back when it's badly made for me to fix. That's insulting my level of craftsmanship.
Because the price you give, I can't and obviously we calculate it. You know all your expenses. You know they don't buy. You have to service my machines. I have to. For the petrol motor and you're the fabric. There's an hour to spend at a fabric shop. And
hours and
hours at fabric shop.
And the message
sometimes
you respond to another.
From one shop to another. And you know what I mean, it's not if I go to work and if I let me go to a king.
And it's
told me it's a job bag. How can get it up? So there's a lot that goes into making a garment. It's not just food. About the thing, you just go to the shop 10 if you go clear machine and you have to make a pattern. These are fittings.
And sometimes you might think that making the pattern will take you 3 hours and only to realize more. Because of just practically looking at it, you're thinking, but the boobs look small and the waist is big. Now you need to keep a balance. Because psychologically, they need to look good. It's all on you now. They're not going to say my body is not proportional. They will always say he doesn't know what he's doing. Hence the exercise to always put them in a very tight garment to say, what do you see? Say it. What do you see? I see a lumpy tummy, So do you think this idea will work? No. So let's change. So you work with them on something that would suit their body.
That's really important, like consultation.
The consultation is important.
To add Glenda, I tell you, Archie, I had a client years back, and the ends look and the if you get client for fitting, when I bring the dress to the client, who's out here?
So you need to switch roles now. You need to make them feel good regardless of their body.
Yeah.
And it's actually training.
It is training.
From that exercise, you now need to go back and say, see, I want a suit. Now you're done being a psychologist.
Yeah.
You're now going to be a designer. It's exhausting.
I remember I had this client, Namo, she put the dress on. Yes. She was so unhappy. Well, I phoned her the next day. Oh, Sandy, oh, sorry, money. I used to be bigger.
Yeah.
I now I've lost weight. Now I got comfortable. The dress is beautiful. I'm so sorry. Can't dim lola.
Yeah.
So,
Hence I said, being a designer, it's like it's the same as being a doctor. Some of them don't want to take their clothes off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So my interest is not looking at your dimples or your bum or your thighs or your...
You didn't even see that.
I want to look at this clothes. That's what the doctor does. You walk into a consultation room, you tell them what's wrong with you or how you're feeling. They focus on that. They prescribe medication or whatever, or they give you whatever, and you walk out. It's the same with me.
Yeah.
As long as you're going to do me a favor that when you come, you've got clean underwear and shoes that aren't smelly, because I'm not going to deal with these unbearable smells when you're gone, then you and I are good.
That is funny. That is so funny.
It's a challenge. It's a journey. We learn. We learn.
You live and you learn.
You know? So, I mean, because, like you guys were saying, being a designer is not like someone, or it's not like owning a shop or being a shop where a person can walk in and say, this is the price of this item. Either you buy it or you don't buy it. You can go look for another item elsewhere. How do you guys handle the business side of the fashion industry? Like you were saying, you are a creator. You're not thinking about the pricing and the whatnot and the buying of the equipment and things that you need. For someone like Hussein is saying that she's more of a creative than a businesswoman. One, how do you switch into the business mode where you now need to be a businesswoman and make decisions and say, no, I'd rather walk away, I'm not doing this, I'm done. Or did you have to find people to come in and say, okay, I'll take care of the business side of things, you can do the creative side of things, because I can see that this is not your strong...
that would help.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to collecting money, sometimes I don't do those anymore, but it happened once. So by Stayam, it was a very direct, very professional
messages.
SMS. Now, I don't even know what's SMS.
The old way.
Yeah. Dear customer, you own. So it's not a person else just to disconnect from what collect.
Yes.
And business, you are in a business, you own the business.
You don't own the person.
You don't own the person. You owe Usandi. So you do need that disconnect. Sometimes you want to wear all these hats, and it does help maybe to have someone's gonna focus on the business side of have someone's gonna focus on the marketing. Because for me, I don't like taking pictures. I'm not so much into social media. I don't really care much about that stuff. You want to say it would be nice to have someone who's gonna focus on that stuff. Have someone who's gonna focus on the business side. Not have to wear all these hats. Because there was an event, I mean, not take any pictures. I'm like, yes. You know, I don't feel the need. Oh, I'm here, and I no.
But I think sometimes when you start, ideally, you become multiple departments.
Yes, you have to.
You consult, you do samples, you do patterns, you consult. But I think as and when you grow, you've got students that have to undergo internship that are willing. Some of them have graduated, they don't know what to do, and they're like, hey, can I at least work with you? And as and when they work, you learn. It is true. I doubt say I know everything. But some of the things you learn as and when you work with people.
Trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. You meet up with people, they do this for you. I always get media and advertising students to say, hey, can I run your social media pages? And I'm like, yeah. I think that's really because I know I'm private. I wouldn't know what to put up and what not to put up. So, and then letting them in on certain things, for me, it's too much. So, yeah.
Because you want to keep everything to yourself.
Yeah, okay. Though it's very disadvantaging for business, because you're only looking at it from your personal point of view. Yeah. But having these kids, it's good. Having people, as in when your business grows, then you have an opportunity of employing people to focus on these departments. Then through having meetings, constant meetings, you get briefed on, this is what we're doing, this is where we are, this is what you got to do, and that's how you grow. So working with people also grows.
It helps you.
Yeah, working in isolation comes with its own perks.
Yeah.
Working with people who want to work.
Yeah, very important.
Because most of these students as Puma University, they only see the glitz and glamour in fashion, forgetting that there's more behind the curtain. There's more work behind the curtain. For instance, now when I started working with Archie said to me, I'm making a collection for SA Fashion Week.
Yes.
I'm gonna pay you. Please help me make this collection. That is where don't pay me, teach me everything that you know. And he did. Like banqabile abantwana abazakwenza lento, like into abayifunayo imali, exposure, taking beautiful pictures, going around good provinces, like hambi party, meeting fashion people. It's for them, it's not about work, it's about being seen. So for me, I wanted to learn, and he did teach me everything that I know today. So kunzima kakhulu ufumana umuntu that wants to work.
Yeah, I think the challenge here, if I may, maybe let me speak for myself. We were taught how to dream, but we were never taken through the journey of achieving or getting to your dream. So ideally, you've got two things. You've got you dreaming, you've got a vision of you being there. What you're missing, it's the journey. Because
what happens in between?
Exactly. What will it take you to get there? That's something that we overlook. But if you were to think about it, there's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of compromise. There's a lot of health issues. So that beautiful image that you have will stay there, but will never have a frame. For you to actually solidly pull it in a frame, there are certain steps that you need to take. So we need to be very harsh and very practical about it. So you want to be a famous designer, do you know what it takes?
How do you get to be
being a designer goes with. And if you don't have financial stability, chances are the 3,000 Rand that you charge for the dress might be a fraction of what you need for your health in a hospital. So there's a lot that you basically need. So it's not going to take, and I also understand this is what it's the image that media has painted.
Yes.
You know, remember what I said earlier, that a plant grows two ways. It's phototrophic and gravitrophic, right? People don't see your growth and what you do when you grow, but they see what blossoms in the eyes. So I wish at a point media could start capturing the backstage effect before, because what then happens outside in the world, it's a 5-minute fame platform that you're going to get. But what you went through into coming up with the collection took a lot out of you, and nobody cares. A lot of focus goes to what they see and how it looks, not what did it take you.
I don't look this pretty every day.
Nobody does.
Come to ifika kum ndisebenze ke ngoku ndimtakana awubusy pha emachinini akho chance uba cute. Uba cute asihlele ma.
Exactly.
So abantu bayibona la part when so go dressed up these events, these fashion shows, or mabaka ramp uthini kumandi yabo.
It's the same as meeting up a person. Ask yourself too many questions. If it's a man and he's well dressed, his clothes are ironed, it could have been him ironing, it could have been his wife. So don't actually look at this and thinking I can have this. Somebody else is playing a part. It could be themselves. It could be a girl, she could be looking pretty. It could be another man's salary looking after her. So ask yourself these questions and maybe wander around as to will I be able to manage. So it's the same in the industry. What really did it take David to be where he is?
Exactly.
There's so much that we don't know about him, that he's been through, that he's not even willing to share. We have a lot of designers that went through a lot of financial breakouts, right? And they don't want anything to do with the industry anymore because their understanding is that the industry is cruel.
Yes.
But looking at the people on the outside, the layman and our students, they're thinking, when after graduation, I want to be famous. I want to go to Joburg. Joburg is like Alexander in terms of designers. There's an influx of designers. You move from one door to another. There's a million of them. How do you think you're going to make money?
What sets you apart from everybody else?
That is the one question that you need to ask yourself. What am I bringing? And I always say to people, industry is tired of designers. Industry wants ideas. So if you're coming in with no ideas, you're not going to make money. Everybody now wakes up clothes. Your granny next door can wake up and go buy a machine and start making clothes. They still consider themselves as a designer. Question is, how do you set yourself apart? If you can't, then there's no relevance in your life.
Oh, wow. Tell me, do you guys think that, especially Eastern Cape designers, do you think that they undercharge for their items?
A big yes from me.
Because also, sorry, Zeni, I'm thinking based on this. You've got so many good designers with experience, but they are thinking of giving up because they feel stagnant in the work that they do. They still work from home, like in the back rooms at home, or they've now set up a little studio at home. They're not in a Hemingway's mall with a boutique or a studio where they're working from. They're not getting factories making clothes for them and mass producing their clothes from them. Why are we not getting there? Where are we having difficulty as the Eastern Cape to produce or to support, maybe not necessarily financially or whatnot, but to produce these amazing designers, or to have them be where they should be? Maybe I should put it that way.
If I may step in, and I'm saying this from a point where I've worked with a lot of designers, I don't think designers in the Eastern Cape know themselves enough.
Okay, what do you mean?
In terms of quality, in terms of design, in terms of what they want, who they are, and who they're selling their clothes to. They don't know. What we do in the Eastern Cape, it's make to get money and survive. That's what we do. When you don't know who you are as a designer, you can't put a price on the table. The price that you put on the table speaks to your quality, your level of craftsmanship, and the processes that you undergo to have something made. I see talent year after year. You go to Grahamstown Arts Festival, you see talent year after year. But when you listen to the price, it speaks to the little quality that you see. To which some of them are even scared to buy 1,000 rand fabric because they're thinking, if I mess it up, then what happens? My take is, mess it up, you will know. They do not understand their capacity, their value. As designer. Not that we don't have. There's so much of potential in the Eastern Cape, and they're so looking down on themselves. And that's purely because of they live with the mentality that the Eastern Cape doesn't have money. Let's be realistic. How many recreational facilities do we have in the Eastern Cape? How many activities are there? What are other outdoor activities do we have? Less. Question is, what do people do with their money? Nothing, but their monies are in the bank. However, because of they know that when they come to you, they're going to say, oh no, I want this, but I don't have money. You knew 10 years ago that your daughter is going to be in matric.
Exactly. So you're going to need a dress.
If you're not willing to pay X amount of money, go to Mama next door.
Go to Mama next door.
By all means. By all means. By all means.
Yeah, I so that.
Sorry, Sandy. We're not pushing each other to understand who we are as designers. We're still understanding ourselves as people, as individuals, and not separating ourselves. Who are you in design and what's your worth?
Sandy, you're going to say?
Okay, I received that, and yes. But also, it's in the last saying about prophet I
have no idea.
Like if you talk about appreciate.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah. So because you find that but prefer, they rather go to Joburg to design the Joburg. As a comment, I'm not to get Joburg. I remember I had this client once, the message local I'm sure you then booze into Joburg.
Why?
Because I can't value in Utingala into Emont. There's more value in saying
it's a Joburg. Because it's seen as the Hollywood of South Africa.
So,
wow.
Yeah, so it's better. So yes, 100,000 you think local party.
They're not willing to spend it.
They're not willing to spend it.
Yeah.
You're not worth.
Yes.
Because when you value kulamtu, but when I'm was a monte, I won't value. But if you say was a Joburg, nobody Joburg was ziwa.
Yes.
But for the fact that you was a Joburg, then say a Joburg.
But I think the challenge
that's so
sad.
The challenge is
it's similar to companies. Why looking for somebody that experience when you're not willing to empower somebody yourself? Who do you think should do the job for you? You don't want to come to me. You don't want to support me. You don't want me to reach a point where I am or I provide horrendous services similar to the job equality, but you're willing to pay a flight, accommodation, meals, transport to get to this person, in and out, and still come
pay
back
for the government.
Exactly. And when you come back, it's ill-fitting. Guess who should fix it?
Then
and
you
I
run
must fix it.
the person that you ran away from.
So please don't compliment your stupidity and insult my creativity.
Imagine someone saying that to you. Oh no, Dizotindi Tenge Joburg to your face.
To my face.
This is your business.
People do. It's the same as umtu ethenga ibhluku enkulu eyazi ba usindi ukhona uachi khona
uzalungiselela.
Lo mntu ebesenza le bhluku, he's in Hawaii or she's in Hawaii, Honolulu, enjoy the royalties. Now I have to fix their mistakes. Don't insult my intelligence, please. Let's not go there. Go back to the retail store. They have an altering department.
Yes,
they'll do it for you. Then go home. You want something? I don't alter. I make. You don't take a Percy to McDonald's and ask them to make you a burger, right? Don't do it with me. Don't do it with me.
But true.
Yeah, you don't take omelette and go to KFC and say, give me a crispy chicken, right? You prepare it in your own house. So treat me the same way. I could be working from home. It doesn't necessarily mean that I don't offer proper service.
Exactly. And it doesn't mean that you're not a business. You are a business.
And in working from home, it's in the process of me getting kula vision and respect it. If the table will fika go 5, so fika go 7, purely because I'm Thalendli. Zanbona next week. If I said 6, I have my reasons. If I was it's fine. It's fine.
That is wow.
So there's a lot that designers go through. But now I still say, Tina, as designers, there's a lot that we need to teach ourselves.
We can't deny we do need help from the departments.
Yes.
We need the money. We need the money. Because Jonga, xa ubuka komadebheni zingayi-boutiques ezikhoyo phana ezivulekule kulani kwakhona ubona umasipala wakhona municipality yakhona ubone zininzi ii-boutiques zabo ii-designs zakhona they're always traveling bako-London Fashion Week basiwa ngabo abazenzeli bathi okay masenzeni ithi ne-design siziyele no bayabalungiselela. So
but I think you need that. You need somebody with fashion background to be in this department.
Exactly.
Because people pick up roles out of interest and looking at the money to values and not understanding what goes into. And at the end of the day, we could compromise because what we're looking at is we need to eat.
Yes.
We all know that the full seasons from April to July, it's dry.
Yes.
And it feels like a year. Because nobody buys anything. People reach out to clothes from their kist, from their wardrobe. Nobody wants anything made. Only after then
they start coming.
Exactly. In that time, then what happens? Then it means from there to Fab after Valentine's, you need to have made enough to sustain yourself in that 4 months. Do you not, then you're going to starve.
You're going to be in trouble.
You're going to be in trouble.
And also, there's nothing happening during that time. Like in terms of
there's nothing happening.
Comfort comes from our spaces. Comfort comes out of warmth. Comfort comes from food that we buy and eat in our own spaces. So nobody wants to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So you're not going to make anything. I've got my jerseys and I've got my sweaters that I bought 80 years ago. Then I'm good. But where I want to be seen is in summer.
But tell me, how important is it to keep the fashion shows alive? either to the designer or for the industry itself. Because I mean, I'm assuming that fashion shows create the platform for designers to be seen, to advertise their clothes, to meet clients, potential investors, and so on and so forth. How important is it that we keep the shows happening? Because, excuse me, you'll find that we do have the fashion shows, but there's no sustainability to keep, for us to keep having more fashion shows. And also remember, Eastern Cape, I feel we don't have as much as the other provinces, especially in terms of the media houses and the whatnot. So you might have the fashion shows, but the fashion shows don't attract as much media attention as we would love for them to. For the exposures, for the marketing, and the whatnot, but I still believe that we still need to have the fashion shows.
You need them, but you need I'm a connection. Let's not even deny I'm a connection, because for you to go to work, you have to know the right people. Because those people are going to no ban, then you because
if they're gonna gain something
from that. So we need those fashion shows. If we're going to do your party, in like for
yes.
Now, personally, I feel organizers and designers, we are our worst enemies.
Okay.
Because we invite our cousins and our friends and our neighbors, people that aren't going to buy anything. So why do it? Why do it? Why, if you know that you have a fashion show, just have a promotion. Anyone that buys a ticket, or whatever, I'm going to sell out a dress for this much.
Yes.
Invite your potential client, not your aunt who want you. So we are attracting the wrong crowd. That's where the problem is. We need to start attracting potential crowds. That's it. Because you might even have fans.
Yes.
Who are you going to call? Your aunt?
Your best friend?
Yes, it's good because you want them to see you grow.
Yes.
But let's look at the bigger picture. Are they willing to pop out money? Are they willing to help you grow? And if not, and that's it. And the role of a fashion show, it's strictly to have people buying straight from the rim.
Yes.
You taking it home, it's like taking money in a sense of clothes home.
Yeah.
You're going to have, now at the moment, we probably have a lot of clothes hanged.
Sitting at home.
It's money on rails. Until when? And it's not invested money like a bank.
It's not.
And those garments are losing value. It was current then, like we always say, you're just good as what?
As your
previous
or
your last collection.
Yeah.
So personally, I feel we are our worst enemies. We are attracting the wrong crowd.
I completely agree with you, but I'm now thinking of the fashion shows that we used to do, and I find myself laughing because I know how hectic it gets with you guys when you are preparing for the shows. We've had many a fights.
Yes.
Between us.
Yeah, true.
We've had many fights
to pull up a good show.
Leading up to the show because we all want to do our best. You know, want to make sure that the shows are good, the audience is getting what they paid for, but it's a struggle for the designers and for the organizers as well, because as the organizer, you need to make sure that everything is well put together. People are coming to the show, and you don't have the money. Also, remember,
people that share the vision.
You know,
like I said, people that would want to get the salt from the peanuts, not the peanuts.
So because I also believe that we need to have the fashion shows because they keep the industry alive in the Eastern Cape. But like you're saying, you need the connections. You need to know the people.
The support,
which I find very exhausting. I find it very exhausting.
It is very.
Sorry. No, you can go.
It is very exhausting because the only can I call it a genre of the only genre aesthetic. That aesthetic I understand upper Eastern Cape yonke is when you make imibhaco insimbi,
Oh,
when you
yeah.
are like the rest of us thina sobathathu who like izinto it's fabulous,
Yeah.
and so say explorer ubekele ecaleni because they don't understand vision yakho okanye who you are as a designer. So it's very challenging even napha kula msiqhelo yakho singafuna ubiza igama so nkongoza phaya kuhamba the same people aba offerisha izinto zesintu thina zange sabizwa ngemini masoyanga.
I find that very frustrating.
It's because kaloku kwa abantu abaphaya they don't understand us as designers kuqeshwa ama-comrade
kwa fashion leyo.
But let's not go deep in that.
There are always ways on how to deal with it. Same as individuals. When you know that you belong to a particular culture, great.
Yeah.
The question is, who are you as an individual? That's where now, because now we stuck so much in culture that we're forgetting to live. And living, I mean going out.
Yes.
When you're going out, not that you can't wear your back, but the question is, how do you modernize it and still not losing the essence of
the
it?
essence.
You understand? Because if all of us are going to make umpaqo, who's going to make money?
No one.
Exactly. No one. Or else, all of us will make money, but at a very average rate. Because my prices shouldn't be 2 rand more than.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or 3 rand more than. Then you're selling yourself short.
Yeah.
You're selling yourself short. Yes, we understand most of these events are cultural, but the question is, how can you do it? And looking at it, you look at the Tswanas, the vendors, the Bedis, all the other cultures want umpaqo.
Yes.
Yeah.
The question is, how do you modernize it? How do you make it a now look? Make it more current, make it extra appealing. Not that it isn't, extra appealing. Give it another sense. I've always said, I'd love to see tracksuit umpaqo.
What?
Exactly.
It's like
I mean, look at exactly.
If you
so
want
now
to,
you're forced now into
it.
I love umpaqo and now umpaqo sexy party. It sucks that uyanyanzeleka ngoku uziphosele kulonto ube ungafuni ncam because now if usemonti
you have to do back, then you don't have a business.
awuwona uyakulamzi bethila ngayo.
Because ufika sebene understanding.
Yes.
Yeah, oba umbaqo intoni nantoni.
So teach them.
It's the same as it's the same as walking into a restaurant saying, but last week even a 3% yeswikile this week. Why go to namhlanje inekiwa then you don't know. It's a trial and error situation. Kaske bavumele abantu to set the exactly so that people could know that there are diverse focuses when it comes to fashion in the Eastern Cape. You're talking about 8 districts in the Eastern Cape, right? There's a lot here. There's a lot to offer. It's the same as like event in Kulibi sense of back in the years that represents.
Yes.
When you look at the designers that are there, for me, it wasn't a true reflection of the designer capacity
in the Eastern Cape. Yes.
I felt like these people were selected on a face value.
Sure.
And if one party, you should question yourself. If this is a representation in Eastern Cape, then And I always said, what we don't need fashion shows anymore. We need skills development programs.
Yes, very true.
That's what we need.
Very
we need
true.
to
open the doors.
We need to sharpen those finer little things. We need to have a proudly open emporium. Yes, in Eastern Cape. That's what we need. Hemingway's is full of all these westernized stores. None is hosting what we in the Eastern Cape can make. None.
Do you guys think that Eastern Cape designers have been turned into event designers?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to come to Les and I'm going to say, Les, I've got a wedding, I need this. Sandy, I've got a umkiti, I need this.
That's why there's no money. Because we can't think beyond an event. I'm not thinking, in the absence of an event, why can't take the 3,000, buy fabric, and make clothes, and then sell it online? We're not thinking. We're going to wait for one person that walks in to say, you say to them 12,000 for this, no, I've got 2.5.
Also, you mentioned online stores. Why are we not exploring the online store platforms? Because I mean, we don't need to open a physical boutique now. You can have an online store, have people buy clothes from your online store.
People are made to think they're not worthy, and that on its own, it's very dangerous. It goes a long way. It stays in here.
Yeah.
It stays in here. It stays in here, and it cripples you however you do things. So people need to see beyond the negativity. People need to stop being sponges and develop a thick skin. Let the negative bounce and then be you. Those who want to support will come. Those who don't want to, it's pashash. Let's move. Let's move.
And that's why it's important to travel. Like kumaDurban, like I say, baba kumalande. Kodwa uyofunda ba benza njani izinto phana. How do you go? Xa ufike kwabuya Monti. Oh man, eLondon benza nje nabo like this. Abona le kaxoxe ne1 okokoko. It's hard to grow because awuyazi kwenza into ngaphandle kwezinye indawo. Come on.
And we're always thinking traveling is expensive, and it's not, guys. I'm gonna be very honest. It's just that we do things a different way. To think, there are people, there are agencies, speak to them, get advices. They're always specials. We avoid because what we look at, it's gossip. When we look at it's gossip, you go into social media, you're not going to look at the flight rates either to Japan or London or what I need is gossip. Why? Because I want to stay relevant. When my peers are having a discussion around their table, when they mention that one celebrity whom we're happy with when they're there, but we want to cut into pieces, I want to be part of the contribution. It doesn't work. We need to get away from narrative. That narrative, it's gone. It's sold out. We need to look into growing. We need to be very pragmatic. We think we are. We're not practical at all. We're thinking we are. But our actions, there's a saying I preach out lately, we need to act upon your thoughts. We're thinking a lot, but we're not acting.
Yes, we're not acting.
In a sense, that's more like procrastinating towards something. Because you think just by thinking of it, it's like I've made it. I'm okay.
If traveling is not as expensive as you think, why not a clumsy? Bus travel, you say, why is it? Obviously as a business now, but promises bebanceda abantu babo khona le nalapho because you find that most artists many musicians baseMonti as Eastern Cape ezikoma Joburg don't even make a clip phaya kuma Durban naphi na kuma Cape Town but uhleli apha sanazoma kuloo ndawo yi1 because apha asoyanga apha ukubona kanti yazibuya eJoburg phana iartists phana ziyalanduka phana ziyapromote ziyathwana ziyancediswa ukubona into le kanti thina apha sisodwa.
But abantu kulamzi, they don't travel so they won't understand your sense of need because they haven't traveled. I've knocked on many doors, hence I've stopped. Hence I've stopped. So whatever I do, I'd rather have dry bread and water. Take Pride when I come back.
Which show are you talking about? I remember what show were you
the first international fashion show. The first one, I think.
When they disappointed you?
Oh no, big time.
Sure.
I remember
I've got stories for days.
It was a last minute disappointment.
I've got stories for days. I remember the other time I did a presentation amongst different houses in the Eastern Cape. And at the end of the presentation, trust me, everybody was blown away. And it wasn't about me. It was about me sharing my experience with some of the designers in the Eastern Cape. Traveling with. Two. And when we come back, we have a fashion show in the Eastern Cape being West meets South. So that people understand why am I this person that I am. It's purely because of the experience that I've learned. Right? I want them to come back. Everybody was like, we're good. Called the organizer.
We are loving it.
Called the organizer, gave us good prices, like way cheap prices. Right? Cheap showcasing fee. Cheap, and everybody was on board. Closer to the time, nobody answered their phone.
Wow. I remember this.
Closer to the time, nobody answered their phone.
I remember how devastated you were.
And so sad that when they see your status, do you know what they say? We as the Eastern Cape are very proud of you. And I'm like, which part? Which part?
Yeah.
And they always name drop.
Yeah.
Fashion show.
Yeah.
I remember, Sisi name dropped me twice. I'm like,
yeah, but it is what it is, guys. Now, I would say to everybody that wants to travel, do it yourself. If you know that you're traveling in December, save up money. Save up money. If you're making a client's outfit, I mean, there'll always be people coming in colors. And I think we also need to understand, what does it take building a collection?
Yeah.
I can use different fabrics, but focus could be on my sleeves, on my neckline, on the waistline. It could be somewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean that your collection needs to carry the same fabric. That's it. You go out there, meet a lot of designers that are willing to collaborate with you, and then you come back. You start talking, you start communicating, you ship your garments, they sell them. Ghana is now at a point where they want to have a South African emporium or a gallery or a showroom.
Really?
I'm telling you.
In South Africa or there?
There.
Okay.
I know David, I think David has, I hope I'm not misquoting, but I think he has a boutique there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's a market. There is a market.
So people just need to get involved.
We just need to
work.
And problem is, we are our worst enemies. I hate to Sandy for no reason. I hate to Lelethu as a
God,
designer.
why is that?
Why don't we sit and share our experiences and grow the market together? But instead, we are allowing people with no fashion idea to dangle a carrot, and instead of asking to what capacity, we start scratching each other because everybody wants a piece of it. We're not going to go anywhere.
Do you guys think that the Eastern Cape designers are losing either their vision themselves or vision or themselves due to trying to surpass someone like another designer because now they've been promised something or things by people that don't understand the fashion industry. Just you get excited just because of the money, or you be able to go showcase at a certain fashion show, or there's a certain event that has an aspect of fashion, so now they have a fashion show, so you go. So basically what I'm asking is, have we lost or have designers in this Cape lost themselves due to always wanting to be
better than others?
Yeah, or showcasing at a certain event or a certain fashion show. We don't decline anything. Landeti, no, this is not for me. This event setup won't work for me as a designer and what I bring, my collections, my style and whatnot. This is not for me. I'm good. I'm not doing that, but I can do this other show.
But that also starts with what I said earlier. If I know I can't make tracksuit, I need to be honest.
Yeah.
I need to recommend Cindy.
Yes.
I need to accept that I can't do it and learn from what Cindy does. If Cindy can't, it starts there. That's where now you see collaboration working together. There's a golden thread, trust, that goes between us. And failing which you'd want to because you want to be considered the best. You'll never be.
Well, I asked this because I've seen other events that do fashion shows or other fashion shows where I'm just like, I don't understand why so and so is showcasing at this event or at this show, because your style
doesn't go with the
does not go with this event. This is not your platform. You could have said, no, I'm not doing this, but if you have another show or another event that is this certain way, I will gladly come.
Lamzi, do they know who they have? Let's start there.
Yeah.
Do they know who they have in terms of designers in the Eastern Cape? Question
That's
is, before preparing a meal, you need to know your ingredients. So they know us by name, but they don't know us specialities.
Your work, yes.
And to many people, simply because of your designer, umtungi. And even umtungi, meaning that you can join two pieces together to make anything. But if they understood our strengths, our weaknesses, which then should allow them to offer these development programs to sharpen our skills so that we can be better.
Yes.
No, we go head to head. And they are the cause, because they made us to believe that I'm better than. Hence for me, now, come anytime, I'll give you information. You'll do it your way, I'll do it my way.
Yes, yeah.
Thing is, I'm gonna die tomorrow, and I'm gonna die with a lot of information. So where's legacy in that?
There's no legacy whatsoever.
It was great then, and it's still good now. People overseas, internationally, sort of they record everything that happens. We don't.
Yeah. We also don't write things down.
No. Our grannies die with a lot of knowledge. Our grannies made umpato without umchine,
without any patterns or anything.
Yeah. Exactly. How did they do it? But now when we're talking established designers internationally, everything they do, it's recorded. It's on social media.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's easy to access.
Yeah.
How do we then access our own knowledge or our own things to understand identity? There's a lot that we don't know. We know we Africans. To what capacity? I don't know. And I think I'm not privy to that. Who said I'm not? Because of everybody else, our elders are there. We hardly spend time with them to say, Makulu, Tamkulu. Back in the years, you used to make a shirt. Yes. How did you do it? Beads, nani zenza differently. We don't ask. But simply because of beads zenza a Western way, we're thinking that's the right way. That's not the way to go.
Oh wow.
We need to start capturing our own experiences. We need to start capturing experiences that speaks to our culture. Just not so long ago, internationally, one designer used the Amakotuka bag or Amachangan bag.
Oh yeah.
They got so much of exposure. Things that we have that we don't take pride in, things that we don't use to understand, to a point where we understand who we are. We're waiting for others to use it before.
And then we say, I should have thought of that.
Yeah. So there's a lot that we need to do internally.
So there's still a lot that we still need to learn.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, guys, for our last question of this interview, what is fashion to you?
To me, fashion is language. Fashion is an expression. Fashion is means of survival. For me, fashion, it's beyond putting a piece of fabric over your body to cover.
Okay.
Yeah. We're thinking fashion is about putting an item to cover your private parts. That single piece speaks volume. Hence I said, for me, fashion, it's beyond lifestyle. Fashion it's a significant way of saying I'm alive.
Oh.
Fashion is a sense of you sending messages to multiple people without verbally saying it, and still allowing people to understand how you want to be addressed and how you want to be treated. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Sandy?
I say fashion, it's me sharing a piece of me. Like it's a gift that I'm giving to the world.
Oh.
Even sendingeko kodwa nangumsebenzi kasandidani ukubona it's my gift to the world. It's me showing my love.
Love language.
It's my love language. It's my love language. It's just me sharing a piece of me. It's just me sharing a piece of me. It's me.
I love that.
It's in me. It's just who I am.
I completely love that.
Yeah.
For me, fashion and Tyethe is a shield. As a shield, like I'm in my own world, and
that's very deep.
Very there on the other side. So for me, fashion is a shield.
Oh, I love that. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for joining me today for our first episode of Prive. Thank you.